Hi, my name is Dr. James Bird. I'm bringing a lesson today about gods. And when we think about gods sometime, we say there is no God. Some people believe there is no God, and some people believe in the only one and true living God. But let us look back in the Old Testament. The Bible tells us in 1 Samuel, the chapter is 5, that when the Philistines had captured the ark of God, they brought it from Ebenezer to Ashdod. Then the Philistines took the ark of God and brought it into the house of Dagon and set it up beside Dagon. And when the people of Ashdod rose early the next day, behold, Dagon had fallen face down on the ground before the ark of the Lord. So they took Dagon and put him back in his place. But when they arose early in the next morning, behold, Dagon had fallen down face down on the ground before the ark of the Lord. And the head of Dagon and both hands were lying cut off on the threshold. Only the trunk of Dagon was left to him. This is why the priest of Dagon and all who enter the house of Dagon do not tread on the threshold of Dagon in Ashdod to this day. In verse 6 it says, the hand of the Lord was heavy on the people of Ashdod, and he terrified and afflicted them with tumors, both Ashdod and its territory. What I want to talk about today is these gods. In the Old Testament, Israel always had trouble with gods of foreign countries. When they would go into a new country, they would be there a while and then they would just succumb to the gods of that country. This particular god, Dagon, was a god of fertility. And Israel had compromised their worship in the earlier chapters in 1 Samuel. And they had compromised their worship, and they were trying to mix true worship of the true and living God with the idol god in the country where they were. So, in their pretense and their dishonesty with God, they were at war with Philistines. So they took the Ark of the Covenant with them into battle. And the first time they left it at Ebenezer. So they left it up there and they went down, and thinking that because they had this superficial relationship with God, that they would be protected and win. But they lost. They lost the battle, and they also lost the ark. So now the ark is taken by the Philistines down to Ashdod, and the Ashdodites take the ark, and they set the ark next to their God. Well, as you know in the story, that we talked about in the narrative, that the god of Dagon fell off the first time and was not smashed to smithereens. It just fell off over the night. But the power of God was saying that he does not take place or sit next to, or you will fit him in with your God. It is teaching us a great lesson, because sometimes we have our gods on the shelf of our lives and we try to fit God in the fit, but God will be God all by himself, or God not at all. Your God not at all. So the second time he falls, the head is broken off and the hands are broken off. So now they have a God who has no action because he has no hands. He can't do anything. And he has no head, so he cannot think or direct them. It is the same way with our gods today. We're at war with the gods that we generate. Every one of us has gods when we came to the Lord Jesus Christ. And that's what makes Christianity, the life with Christ, so difficult, is because of those idol gods that we have in our hearts. And if we can find out the secret and the clue to dealing with those idol gods after we become a Christian, our life is much better. Thank you.